IP is the foundation to economies built on knowledge, technology, and innovation. It underpins growth industries around the world, such as microelectronics, software, and biotech. And the IP that's created in those growth industries and new technology-based industries contributes to the growth and competitiveness of a much wider range of other industries across our economies.
The very institution of intellectual property is a major element in incentivizing the flow of knowledge from the inventor to the marketplace, where it can be exchanged, it can be traded, it can be used in partnerships in companies to make sense of what is being created.
In the States, only about 16% of inventors are women, and yet there's more women than men in the country. Fewer than 3% of inventors, at the PTO, registered at the PTO, are Black. So how can we possibly maintain competitiveness in a situation where we're leaving out most of society in terms of intellectual property? So we have to do a much, much better job of being inclusive, of helping people to understand that they can contribute to this IP world that we are currently in as well.
And so that's why data stewardship is something I mentioned. And that's really using that data wisely, keeping it for the long, archiving it and understanding not just now, but for future generations, how they're going to use that data, and then turn to the unlimited aspect of its use to develop real solutions for people. As was said here, it's not about the data itself, that doesn't make IP, it's about the solutions that can be made.
First of all, I think using service design to design the IP systems would be quite practical, smart, and it would make it really accessible, easy to use. So right now, if it's not accessible because it's quite complicated, it kind of scares people to even start the application. So service design can solve all these issues.
Having creators, people in the creative industries as part of the process would be essential, because we have to understand how that process actually works in order to design, say, families of licenses that would fit such a sector.
As AI becomes ever more important, it's reliant on data, and we have to understand that there could be embedded biases, there could be malicious actors. So to truly create valuable IP, the entire process, whether it's AI or not, must be kept ethical, verifiable, and sustainable.
Leave this session with 3 ideas in mind. One is diversity, really in terms of diversity of IP systems, bringing new voices into the conversation. The second one, it's about data. So that there's a potential there, we can create new markets, but we need to enhance and train people and prepare them to deal with this emerging reality. And the third thing, it really is about this combination of people and machine, people and technology that we're all trying to make sense.